What's up, guys? It is HDBoss with another lifting update. Um, uh, I know that last time, basically in my last video, I said that I'd have a video right up at the beginning of May. And I was actually gonna do it this past weekend. Um, but I kind of had some things happen, which I'll explain in this video. But first, let's just get on with the pictures, and then I'll explain how my life has been in the past month with April, um, and a little bit in the start of May, since that gives some context for the next video. And I'll probably explain more in the next video, but um, damn, yeah. So let's let's just first go over the body the progress pictures. So so if you have watched my channel before, you know that basically um I kind of go through my previous body or my previous progress pictures, and then I'll go to the current pictures and kind of compare them to the last couple months. Um, and I've been doing it every month since March. I did forget December, but that was for another reason, which kind of ironic, but I'll explain that. I'll explain all of that later. But um, all right. So first picture, I'm sure a lot of you guys who have seen my channel before know this. This was when I first started training. Um, well, probably like 2 weeks into training. Um, Not the best genetics, of course, but yeah. So, and I don't even. I'm probably gonna change this because I was not 164 in this photo. I think I was like 153. I'd already lost like 10 pounds or so. Um, but yeah, right. So progress pictures for the first 6 months, second 6 months, and third 6 months, or like the current 6 months. All right. So basically, me on the right, that's me at my most current, and me on the left is me in November, obviously, because that's the dates. But yeah. So first, I'm gonna go over like how I think I compare to my previous weeks and how I've grown. Um, and then I'll kind of explain what I think I should do in the next months. So as you can tell, my hair, I have gotten a haircut since then. I actually got a haircut the day after I did um my latest progress pictures, but all right. So, immediately, maybe this is just me. This this is probably not just me talking, but I think I have gained quite a bit of body fat. Um um but like I have gained quite a bit of body fat. Like you can obviously tell that my waist is larger, and that my chest has like more fat on it. Um, but um, I mean, that's what happens when you're bulking. But I do think that my arms maybe have gotten a little bit bigger. I think, and my shoulders as well. I think my shoulders look a little bit more capped. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not sure, but that's what I've noticed. All right, so first pose, front double bicep. You can obviously tell I think I've gained more body fat, but I think my arms are just a smidge, just a tiny bit bigger, just just a tiny bit. I'm really excited to cut down, and I'll explain when I'm gonna cut later. Um, and really reveal all the muscle that I've gained because like a lot of it looks like fat, and a lot of it is fat, but a lot of it's also muscle because I'm a lot stronger than I was in like January or or um, November. Front latch spread, I think I'm creating more of a. You can see in November, you can really see like November, January, and even February. You can really see my shoulders. Like my chest is not as developed, or like you can really just see the step, like my shoulders peaking with, but without my chest, so it looks like I've like don't really have a chest. But now I'm creating more of like it's not a shelf, but like more of like an evenness to the top. And then I do think that my lats have grown a little bit. Um, I still train forearms, and maybe they're growing. I think my left forearm is maybe a little bit bigger. I'm not sure, but and my arms are maybe a little bit bigger. I'm not sure, but yeah, technically everything should be bigger since I've gotten stronger and everything. But all right, third photo. Think in this photo you can really tell that I've gained some body fat. Um, maybe it's just how I'm posing with it more in, but you can see more body fat around my chest and especially around my waist. Doesn't even look like my arms are bigger, but I know they are, but like I don't know, like this pose like was not my favorite this time around. Um, and as I said, so in the past months I've probably gained around 5 pounds, or in April I gained like 5 pounds. Um, so yeah, yeah. This pose is also bad just because kind of how I was posing it. Like I I'd prefer to have a little bit of a gap here instead of like it completely closed like here. Like gap, no gap, gap, no gap. And that isn't because my waist is growing. I mean it is, but I should have just like turned a little bit more. And then also I was not flexing my leg at all. Instead of I preferred this look. And instead of curving like here, here, and here, I wasn't. Um, but I do think that my shoulders look a little bit more capped. Like the front delt is kind of growing a little bit, and maybe the chest. I've also been experimenting with my chest training. I'll also explain a little bit more about that later. But so with this photo, it's hard to tell because I've gained body fat, but I think my arms are growing. Like the bicep looks little bit bigger. Um, for the shoulders, it doesn't really look that like they're bigger, but I don't know. The chest does look a little bit bigger, and the legs look kind of more like full. I think my legs are the biggest they've been in this progress picture. So that's good. Legs used to be a really like if you see the difference between November and now, like no even January now, like even February now, like the difference is like pretty like insane. They just look more like dense, I think. So legs used to be a really bad weak point, and now they're catching up. So that's good. Back double. So last month I was super excited that my arms had grown, and in this pose I do think my arms have still grown. I think it's just I don't know. Like I don't know. I it, it's weird because when you're bulking, sometimes you can look smaller because you've gained more body fat. That's another reason why I'm so excited to cut down and just reveal what I've built, and also like be like lean again, have a flat stomach, and just yeah, excited for that. But I do think my back is overall just a little bit bigger. But you can obviously tell that my waist is bigger as well. Right, back lat spread, little wider, wider and stuff. More body fat, same story. this pose, I'm gonna start experimenting with doing it a little bit differently. So instead of just, because before I was just flexing my legs down, like just like locking out my knees and flexing them that way. But now I'm actually doing like the actual way that people do it, and I don't know if it makes my legs look bigger. It kind of does, but also shows that they're not lean. Um, like not as lean as when I flex them down. So in this pose, I think that so my legs are still weak point and growing fat, which is has to be expected. But for this pose, I'm gonna keep them flexing down since that's what I've just been doing, and it's pretty hard to not flex them down and like do it that way. But anyways, so I have not recorded or I have not like done any of these pictures like I usually do because like normally I take pictures like a lot when I was cutting. Like I take like these types of photos like when I was cutting and um but now I'm not, so I just kind of compare from like yeah. So this is when I first started training, or not first started training, like a month into training versus now, so obviously bigger, but um I'm just gonna explain what has happened in the past month, probably over the progress photos, because usually I do over that picture, but I'm just gonna do over um, this picture. Okay, this could be hard, but all right. So what happened in April first? First, I'll kind of explain that. So in April, I've kind of changed up my training a little bit. So instead of following a super like strict science based um do this exercise, then only do this machine. Like like if that machine is taken, wait for it. Don't try and choose another machine that's basically the same thing. Um, so basically, I noticed that I kind of stalled a little bit on my incline dumbbell bench. I kept getting like the same amount of reps. So and like even if did progress, I didn't really feel like super fatigued in my chest, and not a like it didn't really give me a good pump. Like like I couldn't really feel it super well. Like I could feel it, but um I switched that down to one set and then added two sets of an incline like chest press machine, and I really like that machine. Um like I just really like the feel of it like on my chest. I have push day today, so yeah. But um yeah, so um that's one thing I changed. Again, my legs have gotten a lot stronger. I ate a shit. I cuss. My bad. My bad. I ate a frick ton of food that month. Um, and um, yeah, but nothing too eventful in the month of April. Um, all right. So first, I'll kind of explain when I want to cut, and then I'll explain what like then I'll just explain some of the other things I kind of hinted at the beginning of the video. All right, so basically, I think based on these pictures, I am gaining a quite a bit of body fat. Like I am gaining a bit of body fat. Like obviously, because that's what happens when you're bulking, but I'm gaining more body fat than I think. Like I'm starting to like 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 when you're bulking, you should expect to gain fat. You should expect to gain body fat, but this is the highest body fat I've been. Like I was a lot I was a bit leaner um at the end of my last bulk. And so this bulk, I said I was gonna take it to 200, probably end around October. But I just don't think like it'd be worth it really. Um, because it would just take me such a long time to cut and get actually lean again. Um, so what I'm planning to do is probably start cutting around end of July to mid August. So near the start of the school year, and then cut for 2 months. Harsh, like aggressive cut for 2 months at the beginning of the school year. And because I had more body fat, so last time I cut, at the end of my bulk, I wasn't super fat. I could have bulked for a lot longer. And then I mini cut for 7 weeks, and I would say I got shredded. Like I would say that like that is like pretty like shredded. So I and it took me already 7 weeks, and right now I'm already like I have quite a bit more body fat than I did at the end of my last bulk. So even after 8 weeks of harsh mini cutting, I do not think I'm gonna be as lean as I was there. Which is fine. Um, but I do think I will have abs sooner because I've been training abs now, and I do think they've grown. So yeah, so I'm probably gonna cut a bit sooner, and yeah. All right, so basically, one thing that I've been mentioning over the past couple of videos, starting around January, starting in this video, is I mentioned that I had a girlfriend, like I got a girlfriend, and how at the start I was kind of adapting to it, but then I kind of got used to like having a girlfriend, and I did, and it was really great, and I would use that as motivation during my training as well as of course doing it for myself, and that's one of the reasons I made so much progress in this time period. I just like made a lot of progress in this time period, and this time period too, um, and this time period too, um, and it just like I would like yeah. So yeah, so jeez, okay. So basically, a little bit after these progress pictures were taken, um, Jesus. Okay, so this was on a Saturday or Sunday, I think I took these, and um, basically that week after, on that Thursday, she broke up with me. I'm not gonna say her name or anything, because I don't want people from my school who maybe are watching this to like give any flame, because she didn't really do anything wrong. She was kind of justified for breaking up with me because it was kind of my fault. Like less like I didn't do anything super bad like cheat or anything. Um and I would say I was a pretty like decent boyfriend, but like I kind of let like things that were frustrating myself, things that I would get frustrated at that was not her. I would let those things affect our relationship, and that was a part of it, and like a big part of it, and it caused me stress, blah blah blah. But I'm not gonna really go into more detail because, for the sake of privacy and like all that stuff, and yeah, and just because it's kind of hard for me to talk about. But I will say it was like one of the happiest times of my life, like especially like when I like that's one of the things I kind of got less grateful for her as I should have been. Like I still really was, but I should have showed it more. But anyways, like definitely one of the happy stretches of time of my entire life. Like my birthday this year was easily my best birthday of like years. Like years. I I swear, like the best 16th birthday ever because like she got me some stuff and it was just I remember that time. That was nice. Um, but enough about that. Unfortunately, that's in the past, and it's something I have to learn from, move on, and I've learned from it a lot. And now, unfortunately, I just have to learn from it, grow from it, um, not let it limit me from keeping going. So I just have to like push forward, all that stuff. But yeah, so basically, as of right now, I am 160.6. So I'm already 3 pounds less than I was 2 weeks ago, which is not good. But I'm gonna try my best to get back to probably 166, 167, hopefully by the end of the month. It's just since the breakup, I've had like trouble eating. Um, I don't know why, but like it's probably not because of the breakup. It's probably just something else. But now it's getting better. Um, so yeah, that what has been happening in my life. Um, May so far has not been the best month by far, but um, you know, it's definitely been a learning month. So I'm going to just keep going this month and try my best to regain any progress I might have lost, and more. Um, Excited for summer. I another reason, not just because of the breakup, but it's just because I was gonna record it that weekend, but that weekend I was all like in bed and like crying or whatever because of the breakup stuff. So um, it wasn't just that though. Like it was mostly because I was studying like a frick ton for the AP exam that I had this past week, and it went really well. So I'm pumped about that. So I'm glad. Still got a bit more tests. Got some SOLs, got some math tests. Um, annoying stuff like that. But the school year is almost over. Only like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks really, of school left, and the last week isn't really anything because like we don't really do anything the last week. So I'm really excited. Like, act, I'm excited, but it like so this summer I'm gonna go to my grandparents' house. Um, I'll I'll it'll have a different setting. And I'm not sure, but I might not be able to record the June progress like the June progress update in time. But I'll record it right when I get back. So this summer I'll be in I'll be in Minnesota and Wisconsin for 3 weeks, training over there and spending time with my family, and then I'll be back here for the remainder of summer break. Um, and I'm gonna be working 5 hours a day, I think. Um, and of course going to the gym, and yeah, it'll be fun. Or I'm kind of glad that I will be working because, um, like originally I was gonna have other plans for the other plans for the summer, but now of course, um, all of those plans kind of went away, which is just something that happened. So, but now I'm gonna get a job, and so now my summer won't be completely filled with nothing. So excited to get some experience, and then after that, 11th grade, excited for that. Um, Only 2 years of high school left, and then college, and then yeah, um, much more gains to come, and excited to get lean again. But yeah, um, that has been the April progress or lifting update. Um, and a little sneak peek into May. I'll uh, I'll probably explain this stuff again in the May lifting update. But yeah. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. It means a lot. Um, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.